Heyo, another day, another little baby vlog. Yeah, I took a couple days off. I was just in Vegas for 3 days celebrating my 30th birthday. Congratulations to me. No, I'm just kidding. I was not around work, but it's always nice to get away and think about how the company's doing. I actually surprisingly didn't really think about the company much on this trip, which is kind of rare for me. It probably was just because I wasn't gone long enough. Usually I'm gone for at least a week or 10 days. And during those times, I usually have like a lot of things I want to change in the company. I know one thing I do kind of want to change is I just need guys to take on their role, take on their responsibility and not bother me. Yeah, because I mean, frankly, when I get phone calls all day, it messes up my workflow so much. I'm thinking about things like crazy, and I'm always trying to solve their problems, and then I just get completely sidetracked from my own, which is brutal because, like, I need to have time to work on my own problems. And yeah, it's just really hard when trying to solve everyone else's too. With that being said, I think I mentioned in the past, but last week we brought on a new lawn care foreman. I'm hoping that just like really improves quality and just eliminates problems and time during the day. That's awesome. And the first week has gone way better than I expected it to go with this new guy. Super happy about that. Second thing, we added a new crew member in our hardscape team. He's super motivated. Hopefully he learned some stuff because it kind of sounds like after day one he might not know a ton, but he's super motivated, which is huge. But yeah, definitely be good. Need someone to really talk to Drew and bounce ideas off him, and we just need a strong hardscape crew because to this point, really honestly, we haven't made a freaking dime in our hardscaping division. Like, frustrating. We're always taking a bath, and yes, it's partially their fault, and it is definitely partially my fault because I don't know how to design things properly all the time. I don't know how to quote things all the time properly. We'll take equal blame. I'm trying to find more guys that know more, have more experience, want to learn more. I don't have to be as hands-on, and I can actually trust that it's going to be done right, and it's going to be done well, and it's going to look aesthetically on point. That's a big deal. That's great. In all honesty, things are getting tight again here at Three Timbers. We're just making up for stuff, you know? Our division in Arizona was losing us 5 to 10 grand a month. And then with that, it was taking up a ton of my time, which is money, because I'm not using it somewhere else. And then just the cost of Arizona in general, we're still paying off our relatively rough winter. We're paying off 10 to 12 grand every single month for that. And, you know, we bought quite a bit of stuff, you know, new trucks, trailers, couple new trailers, new mower. Just those costs, those add up. And then, I mean, if your hardscape team is break even, you need to come up with money. And for our scenario, luckily we haven't had to come up with any external sources of financing this summer, and we have been able to cover our payments. But with that being the case, we're tight. Like, believe it or not, for a company like us, if we're sitting there with 50 grand in our account, that is gone in a second. It feels like we are living day to day. And I mean, with that amount, we kind of are living week to week. It's kind of stressful trying to figure out just like, oh, we got a lot of payments because usually in the middle of the month we have payments for our equipment, we have payments for our trucks, we have payroll, we have a whole lot of taxes, we have a lot of insurance to pay, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it's the tight time of the month where I sit there and I'm like, what payments do we make? How much do we let sit on our credit card? And then we pay off the credit card in a couple of weeks. How do we balance things? Because we definitely don't want to leave money on the card and then have to pay a fee to make sure we pay off what we need to pay off. But we also, if we can leave some on without a fee, great. Yeah, like, do I pay myself at all in the next couple of months? Question mark. Maybe are people going to pay their bills? Because that's a huge factor when you have tens of thousands of dollars just waiting to get paid, and people might be weeks, months late. It's kind of like, crap. What do we do about that? Do we plan on that coming in at some point? Do we plan on that being bad debt? What can we plan on? What can't we plan on? So yeah, I'm middle of August, middle of every month, kind of fun. And really right now it's just about like, we made mistakes. There were mistakes made. We learned from those. We can be even better. Rolling into another season in Arizona in 3 months and growing the branch here. With all those things being said though, it's like our goal right now, stay alive. The longer we stay alive, the better we will be, and the better we'll be in comparison to other companies. A lot of companies don't make it a long time. Our goal is to be standing in 20 years and learn a lot over those 20 years and dominate. The reality is, as we keep growing significantly, I'm gonna have a lot of cash probably for the next 2 years still, because as soon as we have cash, we just roll it into something else. We roll it into more vehicles, roll it into another expansion of another branch, whatever it is, we just keep rolling it. And that's our decision, even though it feels like it's not our decision, because sometimes you're just like, this isn't our decision, we have to do this for the business. It's what the business calls for. And then you're like, we have no money, everything's failing. When the reality of it is, you just chose to expand. It's really hard to remember that when you're the one leading the crew, leading the team, and you're like, how are we gonna make those payments? But it's all right. And it's hard to realize as the owner that things are going. It's hard to balance other companies that you own and be like, other companies are doing well that you own, so it's okay. You still got something, because one company could be doing horribly, and I guess me personally as an owner of a couple of companies, they'll bleed into all of them. We'll be like, if Oleo's doing bad, everything's failing, everything sucks. Or if 3 Timber is doing bad, real estate investing, Oleo, everything's brutal, we're all failing, I'm a failure. But that's not the case. I'm just being very open with all of you guys, but that's just how I feel sometimes, because it'll feel overwhelming and it'll feel like everything's going in the crapper. But it is not. It is not. It is not. It is not. Blessed to be back from that trip, trying to hit it pretty hard over the next couple months. I'm going to be really just working 6 to 7 days a week for the next probably August, September, October, until I go to Cayman for a couple weeks. But yeah, I'll be hitting it probably. I mean, this is not a humble brag, it's just the way that it is, because clearly I'm not that efficient or something, or I just want a lot of things. I'm just fired up about it. I'll be working 90 to probably 110 hours every week for the next 3 months. The break was good, but it is time to grind, and it is time to see what we can create in the next 3 months. Super excited. There's my update. I'll talk to you tomorrow.